Well, in this video, I'm going to actually go on to some divergent topics that might not seem interrelated, but they are. First off, um, I want to tell you one thing, a plus about YouTube. As far as YouTube going, they're the big guy on the block, and compared to Facebook, YouTube is really way more open. Way more open than Twitter, way more open than Tumblr, and all that other stuff. But after this last incident that happened on George Soros' birthday, which I already know it's a setup, they bust the opposing teams to the protest at the same time, and it's like everybody's got a knee-jerk reaction, man. I'm like, this is ridiculous. So I'm thinking, you know, to be on the safe side, I opened up an account on YouTube, DTube. So used to saying YouTube, DTube, and I'll tell you the truth, I was having a hard time uploading to this thing. Um, and it works off of this stuff called Steemit. It's like a cryptocurrency, which I've never been a fan of, period. I only believe in U.S. greenbacks, to tell you the truth. Um, you got to have this, it works off the blockchain technology. You got to set up your Steemit account. It's like a new upstart competitor to Bitcoin. But on the forum, you can upload videos. And I uploaded some of them, and most of them don't play. And that's actually why I'm going to tell you about this. What are some of the problems I had in uploading these videos, man? First off, it's very sensitive to what you upload as far as the file format goes. Um, you can't be uploading like AVI files, MOV files, or whatever that is, Windows Media Player files. It's got to really be an MP4 player, MP4. It's got to be this video codec H264 HVC Advanced Video Codec or whatever converter, whatever that means. Um, the frame size has to be 1280 by 720. Nothing different. The frame bit rate, the frame rate, excuse me, the frame rate's got to be 30 feet per second. It's got to be stereo. And, I don't really have the right audio. I think they said AAC or ACC or AAC. I mean, I don't know. I was messing around with this for hours, and it was like, even though I was following the instructions, it looks like I got it right, though. Because the first one I uploaded worked. Then I did a few more the same exact way, and nothing played. And well, I'm showing you the settings I'm used. Okay. Now, before you even get to this step, you got to go get yourself a Steemit account, and it's not like you got a password. It's a blockchain. It's using the blockchain technology. If you lose that blockchain, if you're an airhead or whatever the heck it is, you better make multiple copies of it all over the place, off-site, everything. And then after that, to upload a video, it asks you for another password. I think you got to go into permissions wallet or wallet permissions, then show the upload key. Then once you get that upload key, after you log into your Steemit account, then you can upload a video. So it ain't so easy as YouTube, okay? But what I was looking at is these guys are like real open source stuff all the way. I mean, they even got porn on it, like hardcore porn and everything else. Which means, I don't know, maybe if I do a silver video specific for this, I'm not going to put porn in it, but maybe I'll have Hillary Clinton with the Saudi king, haha. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. But really, I'm going to keep it on base. But I'm looking at this just as a backup right now. And I want to actually diverge and tell you a couple other things because I'm going to tell you, man, well, on this thing, actually, the way it works, I'm not even sure. It's like how many times they upvote you, gives you a Steemit money. I don't know what the heck that is. Wampum. I'm not familiar with it at all. I'm not really into cryptocurrencies at all. I've actually been saying they're a bunch of garbage. I'm really didn't do that for the Steemit account. I did this as because this last thing with Virginia was a complete BS contrived event paid for and brought to you by George Soros in cooperation with whatever people he owns in the government and politicians that are against Trump and to give you a little more divergent tangent on that about Trump. And everybody was cheering this guy on. I was like lukewarm. I was thinking, well, and I'm figuring out, yeah, he's pretty legit. But when you jump into the swamp, who owns you? The swamp, right? That's basically what happened. It's not, you really got no choice. And I want to actually tell you about this one. I was looking at this one video on this DTube, and this guy put it up there on YouTube, and I think they flagged it or whatever the hell they did. It was with the grandson of Lucky Luciano. His name's Tony Gambino. And if you listen to him, he's a good guy. I mean, you're going to say this and that. I mean, like, I'm not really familiar with the Italian mafia, to tell you the truth, at all. But he does say things that I have known, that I've known about with the Vatican being involved and I'm not sure if it's actually the Pope itself. It might be the apparatus that's around him more than anything. But all the money funneling into the Vatican doesn't come from those little collection plates going around the churches, right? I put out a video on Sonny Francis. I'm probably saying his name wrong. Sorry. He was 100 years old. He got out of prison. I don't know. YouTube's reviewing it right now. They've been, approving my videos, most of them, for monetization. It's not so much that. It's just that what burns me up is that the fact that Soros could just make up some BS contrived event on his birthday, and everybody bowls over like reeds in the wind. And I'm like, God, what if something serious happens? What are they gonna do? Shut everything down? I mean, God, So I'm doing this as a backup. But I'm going to show you this link on this video. Actually, if you get to about the 32-minute and some change mark, he states why he's saying all this stuff. Tony, and this is a mug shot of him, whatever. I don't know. I mean, it's like I just showed a piece of the video here, right? He's saying this because he realizes that the government is way worse than the mafia or whatever, the alleged mafia, whatever, right? I know this. I agree. I mean, I see that I've always seen it that way, to tell you the truth. He also says about the Vatican. And he also says about, there's a Jewish mafia and they work with the Italian mafia. And I can tell you one thing. I don't want to say the word mafia because the government is the mafia. These are, and I know what he's talking about. Everything's big business today. But there's always been an aspect of what people commonly term the mafia that I always liked. To tell you the truth, I look at them as freedom fighters. I associate the mafia with the Southerners are fighting against the damn Yankees when they came down, like the Yankees were the northern barbarians tearing up their lands, right? But it's like I'm going to show you a link to that video. You might want to take a look at it. I believe it's not that in my senses say this guy's being really legit. Okay, he's a good. It's like this is what gets me, man. Because I swear to God, I get hammered anytime I put something out. I think there'd be more people that'd be pro-Italian, But if I put something out pro-Jewish, and man, you guys hammer the crap out of me. And that's probably one of the reasons I'm not going to really go too much on his DTube because the more people downvote things, the more you go, your money goes the other way. So, and it's not even money, it's Steam It money, whatever the hell that is. And I have no clue on how this crap works, and I really don't give a crap, to tell you the truth. The only reason I'm doing some of this is as a backup. Backup. But I did want to tell people that these are the settings that finally work for me, like this file type MB4 ISO v.2. I don't know. It's you gotta have. They did say you gotta have this frame size. You gotta get a Steemit account. You gotta go into, I think it's permissions wallet or something, and there's some place in there you gotta get another key that allows you to upload your video. Then you gotta take a snapshot of it yourself, and for your thumbnail you gotta put key description in your words. I'm not even sure how it works. I'm not really that keen on it, but like I said, I'm just doing it for a backup. And you know, I'm not. I really, I know there's a lot of things people on YouTube that I see are, I consider them fear mongers, and they're fear mongers for profit. Sometimes it's like, I remember when I put out that thing, Rothschilds taking over the world with banks, and I I actually went off on another tangent. Get hemp to save the world, industrial hemp, medicinal hemp, and it was like I knew this crap was going to take off because it was about the Rothschilds. It's like if the Rothschilds all went to the moon or went to Mars and they were off the Earth and they were no longer interfering in anything that was going on here on the entire planet, it wouldn't change. Okay, it's a lot of stuff going on. It's called greed. It's what it is. It's greed, and I can tell you that there is honor amongst people. There's even honor amongst a few people in the government. I trust more entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs, whether you call them mafia or not. I trust them more than people in the government. I do. Now, I don't want to say what I know. Like, I only know like numbers. I don't know about dead bodies and carving up people and dumping them in the ocean. I don't know that stuff. The only people I really work with that were entrepreneurs were Jewish. Okay? And I know people on here accuse me of being a good guy. Well, maybe I am. I mean, but I don't do that because it's the only thing it's what I want to do. It's what I believe. I've been finding out that I pretty much more agree with the Jewish faith and what it's really supposed to be. I know not everybody that's Jewish is a saint, but you could say that about everybody. And that's another point. When it comes to money, you can have a Muslim and a Jew and a Catholic and a Christian and an atheist all working together for the same pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. They don't. That's not how it works. Nobody thinks about religion. They think about how much money we're getting. Okay. I personally do like Jews personally. Most of the time. I mean, yeah. I mean, I could probably talk with Dianne Feinstein, and maybe influence her. Tell you the truth. You know that? Because these people live in a damn bubble. They're politicians. They don't know what the hell's going on. They're too wrapped up in a. I'd probably be able to talk more with Dianne Feinstein than Nancy Pelosi. Tell you the truth, I probably gravitated more to Jewish people than Italian people. To tell you the truth, and that would be thumbs down all over the way all the way on DTube. And I'm like, but I don't do this for points. I don't do this. I'm telling you blatantly honest what the hell I think, the way I think. You don't like it? Too bad. Now you can see I put up this video I did. White House petition. That couldn't play. It didn't work. Then I got this one to work. It was a little video. So I said, let me do this White House petition the same way again. It didn't work. Then I tried this one. It didn't work. And I didn't realize it, because this one started working. I used the same settings. Then I finally got these last two to work. Now, I'm not sure if a longer video is not going to work because I think this platform is a little buggy right now. You know that? I think it's a lot buggy to tell you the truth. But hey, I don't even know if it's going to be around forever. Who the hell knows, man? That's the way I can look at all this electronic crap. One EMP in the sky and it's all gone, right? That's why I look at Steam It money like, meh. I mean, I think wampum beads might be more important. And it tells you how much you got. Here I got 1.1 cents an hour. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know how you get it, Maybe I don't even know. I have no idea. But what I'm telling you, and I seen We Are Change on here with the DTube because I guess YouTube don't like them anymore. And I don't like them, tell you the truth, man. I looked at, but I didn't vote on him one way or the other. I just kind of looked at it. Said, oh, here he is. Was talking about the freaking crap that's going on. It's been going on since the dawn of time. But yeah, these are the settings. This was driving me nuts because I couldn't figure. I was actually doing these settings, and I was doing them different. Like I did the 1280 and the 720 and the 30 feet per second MP4. But something was different on this, and I said I just saved this as in my custom video rendering settings as DTube video rendering or something. So this is what's worked for me. Now I didn't try it out on a 10-minute long video or a 30-minute long video. I don't even know. I don't even know what the hell I'm going to be putting up there, man. But it's kind of like, well, you know what it is? If, say, YouTube doesn't like something, I'll put whatever they don't like up on DTube. Not that I'm trying to put stuff on YouTube that they don't like. I'm not trying to go against their, parameters. But when Soros came out with this contrived BS event where he shipped opposite sides to the, protest, and the mayor was already out to get Trump, and, they hate everybody from. And by the way, you know what? This Confederate flag being anti-black is so much BS. What did who were the Confederates fighting in 1861, 1865? They're fighting white people coming from up north. White people. Germans and Irish. About the most white as you can get. Northern European people, for crying out loud. That's who they're fighting. God, it's like they're twisting everything around, man. It's just like this. Every time they tell me I ain't supposed to do something, I go the other way around, man. So anyway, I tell you the truth, I'm scared of Mafia people, man. I mean, I'm not trying to be buddy with the Mafia people here or nothing by putting this out, by telling you to. But I think this guy is a good guy. Tell you the truth, I've always felt this way. I don't know what I put out about Sonny Francis, whatever. And actually, I told one of the guys in there some health tips because I'd really like to see these guys live a really long time because I personally think the old school. I'm not sure about the millennial mafia. Just like everything, the millennials are getting all weird. I'm not sure how that is, but I know like the old school, the old guard, they're men of their word and honor. I mean, pretty much. I mean, they scam with their, you know what I mean. But if anything, that I've been allegedly know a little bit about or have been obliquely made some contact with would be the Jewish side. Okay? But that's because I don't know what it is. I mean, and that's one reason I'm a little bit suspecting. I know this is a little too much mind blowing because I know like my great grandfather was the illegitimate son of Duke Albert Edward, who later became Edward VII. And this Lord Greg Hallett says Edward VII's real father was Lionel Nathan Rothschild, which would make him, if that's correct, that is so mind-boggling, I can't believe it. But this would apply to so many people, you wouldn't believe it. It would apply to like many dozens of people today. But if that's correct, Lionel Nathan Rothschild would be my third great-grandfather. Not that he's going to come over here and give me a check for something. I mean, I'm not going to say that. But it may be. And I'll tell you one thing. One thing I always respected the most about the Lionel Nathan Rothschild was he did not take an oath on the Christian Bible when he could have got position in the UK as being a finance minister. You know, he decided, no, I'm not doing that, and they delayed it more years, and they delayed it more years till he finally got where he could take the oath on his Bible, the Jewish Bible. To me, that's a man of honor and integrity all the way. You got to look past what the money is. Actually, honor and integrity is first. And it's almost like you got to do what you like to do first, and hopefully the money comes later. If you only think about the money, and that's why I associate with certain people, because I respect them. I respected my Jewish bosses a great deal. That's a fact. I mean, it's not something I'm saying. I mean, I'm not working for nobody now. I mean, it's Jewish. All right? But I respected my Jewish bosses a great deal, and I did a lot of extra work for them. I actually haven't worked for any Italians, to tell you the truth. I work with Italians, but I have not worked for Italians. So, that's how I think. But it's my heart is first. What I go with first. It's not because, to tell you the truth, I probably could have made a lot more money not working for some Jewish boys. It's not that I'm complaining, but I did a lot of extra stuff for these guys, man. I made them some serious bucks, man. I really did. I remember the first week I came in as some thing, I found a bunch of crap where some subcontractor was gigging them, and I pulled out. I got him $50,000 in back charges on that jackass. I gave it. My boss got it, man. There's a lot of stuff I did for these guys. Somehow I click with Jewish people. That is no bullshit. It's not I'm kissing their ass. Somehow I click with them, and that is one reason. Even though it's mind-blowing to me, because I just found this out a couple years ago about this research from this Lord Greg Hallett that Nathan Lionel Rothschild was, Lionel Nathan Rothschild, excuse me, the other way around, was the actual father of Duke Albert Edward. Oh, maybe he is. I don't know. I have no idea. But I do know this. I do click with Jewish people. I do. And there's a reason I ain't Jewish, because I'd probably be more extreme than the freaking most extreme of them. Tell you the truth. That's how I think, man. You don't like it? You can downvote this video. I don't give a shit. That's what people do. That's what people do. They don't like it. They don't like it. But I'm telling you, man. And that's one reason if I get on DTube and I tell you this shit, whatever I make of my Steemit account is going to go away pretty damn quick. Because you people are already brainwashed, man. You already are. But you can pay attention very carefully what Tony Gambino says in this interview. He's coming out and saying this because basically he hopes the damn government goes down because that's how screwed up they are. He is a man of honor. He's a man that, he's being true to his word. He's coming from the heart when he's talking here. And I'll give you this link. But the main, and the thing is, I don't think you can get this video on YouTube. They're fully gonna say, ooh, I don't get that, man. That's bugging the hell out of me because they're not doing. YouTube is still far better than Facebook, far better than Twitter, far better than freaking Tumblr. But like I said, when Soros made up this BS event with, they were busing opposite sides to that event. The cops allowed the guy to go in there. I mean, the car could have been electronically rigged for all I know. There could have been so many different ways this thing could have been set up. And everything out there, if you go back, they're all BS. They're all setups. So, I personally, I wish, well, I don't know nothing about this electronic stuff with uploading videos and crap. I mean, I couldn't really run YouTube, man. But I know if I was running it, I know where they're freaking out. The advertisers are twisting their arm. The advertisers are twisting YouTube's arm. That's what's going on. So YouTube is in the swamp too, right? I mean, Trump's in the swamps. Trump's in the swamp. You know, they when Trump decides to be a little independent, they just push his head under the water once in a while and say, "Hey, Trump, you want to come up for air? Okay, you gonna be with us or you want to be in the swamp?" That's basically what they're doing with YouTube, and I don't know. It's unfortunate, man. And like I said, I ain't one of these conspiracy fearmonger jerks, man. But I do know history repeats itself, and bad things happen when people lose their honor, integrity, and work ethic. And that's a lot what's been going on in the United States. Every generation's getting worse, man. And, one thing I said about Sonny, the guy that was 100 years old that got out of prison, oh, they're looking at that. YouTube's looking at that video. They put the little yellow icon next to it. I don't know what they're going to say, green or no good or whatever. But, I said this guy works. He's not lazy. He's not lazy. But you might find what Tony said here very interesting. He said a lot of cool stuff, man. So I don't know what's in this video. Where's Al Capone? Here's the hierarchy. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know. Anyway, there's Tony again. Oh, there's John Gotti. You don't like John Gotti. Here's I don't know who these guys are. I mean, I'm not a guy that studies the Mafia or nothing, So, you know, you got more better things to do. I mean, I'm usually trying to figure something out in my car, man. So, anyway, oh, Marilyn Monroe, he's dropped a few dimes on this, and this could be a long, yeah. Here's a cardinal with a sniper rifle. Yeah, it's a good picture. But you might want to look at that video on DTube, man. So I ain't even sure how this wampum steaming money, steaming money. Like I said, I've not been advocating Bitcoin for nothing. I don't think the dollar's going to disappear. But what I like about this, you can pretty much do anything you want on this damn thing, this DTube. And you know, and you guys over there on YouTube, if you're reviewing this video, because you're probably going to have a damn little yellow thing next to this thing or something. Um, just remember what I'm saying here. Soros he played that game with that event in Virginia. He set that up. So he's telling. I mean, I don't know what the hell Soros advertises. What's he advertise? Anything? He don't advertise nothing. I mean, he set that up. He's setting that whole big fear, your climate of fear over here. It's twisting everybody's arm. Oh yeah, he goes in. This is a good video. Actually, I knew a lot of this stuff. Actually, as a Blake thing, the Twin Towers had the old type of asbestos in it, and I know there's a lot of other stuff that can go on with these things. But there was so much asbestos removal estimated cost, was going to be more. It was going to cost more than what the buildings were worth. That was another. I mean, there's a lot of factors why these buildings went. You know, I don't know. Yeah, and Ted Kennedy. Well, this was a good video, man. This is a good video. Sold. America Corporation, yeah. That's what's going on, man. Anyway, that's it. So just remember again. I'll show you. Here's the settings I'm using. You got to get a Steemit account. You get this big long encryption key. That's your blockchain. make 10 copies of it, off base copies, all kinds of garbage. Um, then after that gets you into your Steemit. Then if you want to go upload a video, you got to get your permission key. I think it's in permissions wallet or something, and they show this permission key, and you got to get that. And that allows you to upload your video. Then this was driving me nuts here. This was driving me nuts. There was only one place that told me what you had to do to make it work. These were the settings I'm using right now. I think they work. I got a couple videos in a row to work, with these settings. I don't know if the long ones are going to work. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'll go right back to the drawing board again. Like I said, this DTube is like really small, man. I don't even know if it's going to take off, man. Who the hell knows? I mean, I'm not going to put the whole enchilada up here, but I was playing around with it, so. And, I hope that, YouTube realizes what's going on and they get some other advertisers or whatever the hell they got to do. I don't even know, because I don't even know what the hell's going on with that crap. It's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate, because I really don't play the fearmonger angle. I know there's stuff that's been around since the dawn of time, that you shouldn't be like a head with your head in the sand like an ostrich. You shouldn't be that stupid. But then on the other side, if you're going to worry about crap every day, there's plenty of stuff to worry about, and you're never going to get nothing done, you know. But I kind of find this DTube thing kind of interesting. And oh yeah, this is what I was going to say. If you're going to look for it, you got to go to like https colon backslash backslash dtube.video. No www. It's dtube.video. And it's C is for channel, so it's video backslash C backslash synergy 7 for me. That's SYYENERGY 7. Now I don't know if I'm gonna have anything up there or not, but maybe. I don't know. Maybe stuff that YouTube says you can't do that. Maybe I'll put that up there. I don't know. But even what I'm putting on YouTube that they say is not advertiser friendly for all their their advertisers, it ain't really extreme. I mean, they're just I don't know what the hell. I don't know what they're doing, man. They got me confused as to what the hell they want, and I don't know. I'm confused at what the rules are, to tell you the truth. I really am. That's why I'm doing this. So, anyway, over and out. And hopefully I help some people out. And unfortunately, this DTube is going to be full of conspiracy crackpots and rumor mongers and fear mongers. But such is the way things are, right? That's what the hell the world's about. Anyway, over and out.